Hey guys, Troy here, back with another video today. Today, back by popular demand, we have a buy, sell, hold video where you guys submit the cards or the players you're thinking about investing or buying, and I just give my opinion on what I would do at this particular moment in time. These particular ones came from Instagram, so if you follow me there, I'll always, new video ideas, stuff I'm just kind of curious about. It's also a great way to connect with me. Definitely follow there. But going forward, make sure to comment down below what cards you're thinking about, and if you want it, drop a like and I'll make another one of these as well. But with that being said, no more wasted time. Let's get into it. The first one, we have a question asking about my guy, someone I've talked about for a long time, Phil Foden. Phil Foden Optic was literally one of the first cards I ever recommended on this channel. So it's been crazy to see how he's done and in turn this card has done over the last couple months, over the last year really. And I'm as big of a believer in Phil Foden as ever. The only problem is his prices have gotten a little out of control. There is so much hype going on with him, and I think it's deserved. I think he really has the potential to be a special player in the next generation. But his optics in a PSA 10, which I'm just going to talk about because I think it's probably one of the best markers to use for him. His optics in a PSA 10 are selling for, right at $700 right now, which is pretty crazy, especially for a base of, to be fair, a young soccer player, one who's very talented, but is unproven. Once again, a base PSA 10 selling for $700. That's a lot. It makes sense though, because when I checked the pop report, I was shocked to see the total pop of his optic, any grade, is only 285 right now. And I think that's the reason that these are going for so much. I mean, there's not that many out there right now, but that is gonna change. I know that for a fact. I have over 20 optic Fodens at PSA right now, so I will boost the pop report 20% just by myself. And I'm a drop in the ocean. I'm not even a big baller when it comes to cards. So I imagine there are so many more there. So that pop report will rise. Supply and demand, what we always say, the supply is gonna rise. I think the demand will as well, especially with the Euros coming up. I definitely can't say buy at this point in time, and I'm actually leaning more towards sell than I am hold. I wouldn't sell at this exact moment. I think there's still more hype and excitement. Who knows what Manchester City does? I think they have a real chance to win the Champions League, and then him with England, he has some moments coming up here, but I don't know. I would not be afraid at all. Once again, if I can get $800, $700 for a PSA 10, I can sleep at night. I'm not sure how much higher those can go. Once again, that's for the base. If I had a nice Foden card, and I do, I think I'm gonna hold on to those. But once again, just that particular card at that particular price point, I would not be afraid at all to sell right now. But real quick, before we get into the next card, we have a message from the sponsor of today's video, and that is Otis. Otis is the stock market for culture. It's a fractional ownership app where you can buy and trade different sports cards, rare collectibles, video games, comic books, sneakers, just a bunch of cool stuff, and you're owning a piece of history, you're owning a piece of culture, which I think is pretty cool. They have 3 upcoming drops that really interested me. The first one I would say is the Michael Jordan shattered backboard ones. These are literally the shoes, the exact shoes he wore when he had his iconic moment where he shattered the backboard in Italy. And there's literally a piece of glass still left over from the backboard that's stuck in the shoe. So that's cool. I'll buy that one just because I think it's cool to technically own a piece of it, The next one is going to be a sealed box of Topps Chrome 2003. Everyone knows Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James. I'm a big believer in sealed wax, but it's pretty expensive. So I think this will be a good opportunity for me to kind of, try it out, test out the waters. Last but not least, I'm also going to be checking out Zion Prism Blue Ice. Zion has been on a tear lately, and this is just a nice card. And when you sign up for Otis today using my link in the description, you're actually gonna get your first share free when you fund your account. Terms apply. So just kind of a cool way to get involved with these high-end cards, high-end collectibles that maybe we wouldn't have a chance to get involved with otherwise. So check it out. Next one, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Once again, there was not a specific card put for this one, so I'm just gonna use the Prism Silver PSA 10. SGA was playing great. He's hurt right now. It kind of looks like the Thunder are done with this season. Maybe just gonna rest him the rest of the way. So I'm not in a huge rush to go and buy SGA. I'm not gonna be in the playoffs. not going to be in the play-in game. And I've talked about this in one of my last videos. I think the cycles are changing, riding the wave, all this kind of stuff. I would not be surprised if we look back and even for some of these guys who aren't in the playoffs, we're like, wow, that wasn't a bad time to buy. But my feeling is it's going to be more of those guys like Luka and Zion, like the top tier that people are really going to hold long term. I think SGA has a bright future. The question was, after Chris Paul left, could he increase his production? And he has. He's averaging almost 24 points per game. I am very confident he's a future all-star. But if you look at his Prism Silver PSA 10, this has been trending up, actually, believe it or not. I just, once again, with what's ahead of him, I'm not in a huge rush to buy. So I'm actually gonna say sell for now. I think there will be an opportunity again to buy SGA. And even though I'm a huge believer in him, once again, I would not be rushing in to buy him with not much coming for the Thunder this playoff season. Next one, Mbappe, Prism Donruss, buy, sell, hold. This is a tough one because Mbappe has been playing amazing, just surpassing our expectations, and his cards have been on an absolute tear since then. This one is really tough for me because I feel like he has a lot coming up for him. He said he wanted out at PSG. That's the rumor right now. So if he gets his Real Madrid transfer, I think France and him have the chance to be one of the stars of the Euro tournament. There's a scenario where France wins and he's the star player. It's hard to imagine that wouldn't boost his cards at least a little bit. But once again, that's kind of a gamble, which leads me into my feelings on it. His Prism Silver PSA 10, if you had bought in December, you are up 3 times on your money right now. Down from around 3,000, looks like it's up all the way towards 11,000 right now. I usually don't get too philosophical on the channel, but I think the quote applies here. Something like, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. If you're up 3x, I don't think you can be too upset about selling and getting that back. Once again, it's very rare that you don't see a dip or just you sell Mbappe and you'll absolutely never be able to get him back. I wouldn't be surprised if they go up a little bit. I wouldn't sell right at this exact moment in time. I'm waiting for the Euros for a lot of this stuff, but you're up 3x. Mbappe is a great player, but especially with the base or even silver prisms, you'll have another chance to buy it. So those are just my feelings. Controversial. It's going to be a controversial one coming up here in a month or two. I think Mbappe is actually a sell. Next one, LeBron James PSA 10 Topps Chrome. It got all the way up towards $50,000 and now it is back down around 22. So it's lost almost 50% of its value from the peak. And I think it's actually a great lesson because especially around that time, this idea kept floating of buy the GOATs, buy the GOATs. Though it's the safest, there's never anything wrong. You have to buy the GOATs. And this is a lesson. The GOATs are safe because they will trend up over time. Even if LeBron retired today, I think his cards would trend up over time, and his legacy is set in stone. It's locked in. He's already achieved a lot. But that doesn't mean they can't dip down. So I feel really bad for people because I'm sure there's people who bought in at $50,000 thinking, oh, it's LeBron. The GOATs never go down. And exactly what happened was it did go down. But with this particular card, with that being said, you're buying a major dip. It's down 50%, albeit it's more expensive than you could have bought it for before that huge run up. But people are acting like the Lakers died, like Anthony Davis and LeBron are not going to play at all this playoffs. They'll be there. And my understanding is that they will be healthy. I mean, I know especially AD kind of has some lingering stuff, but LeBron will be 100%. I think Anthony Davis will be pretty close to 100%. I'm not a doctor, but they'll be competitive. I'm surprised so many people are writing them off right now for the championship. I think this one is a great play because it should trend up towards the playoffs, especially as the rounds progress and if the Lakers advance like I think they will. And also, once again, you can't go wrong holding LeBron James if you're not buying after a major run up, because if you believe in the sports card market, I think you have to believe in this card. So this is again one of my grails, something I'm thinking about picking up. I don't have 22,000 cash right now, but something I'm thinking about. So I'm definitely going to say buy for LeBron. Next one, Giovanni Reyna PSA 10 Topps Chrome. This card has actually been flat since December. Remarkable in the soccer card market. where a lot of things are up 6-7x in that same time period. Giovanni Reyna has been struggling a little bit for game time, not starting, having some other younger players actually taking his place, which has been a little bit concerning for me. But you never know with these young prospects. Anybody who pretends to know for sure doesn't know. So even these guys who are happening to play well right now, maybe they're having a moment. Gio Reyna was one of those guys, and now he's not having a moment. But for me, I even wore this shirt today. The American effect is real. Anything in sports card investing is a gamble. We're basically taking educated guesses here. I'm rolling with Pulisic and Reyna because I think they have a chance to be two of the biggest names in soccer. When soccer cards, when you consider how much of a presence Americans have with soccer cards, even just buying soccer jerseys, soccer marketing, Nike commercials, all this type of stuff, we don't know for sure. Pulisic has struggled. Giovanni Reyna has struggled. But when I think of the two guys who have the most potential to be the face of the US men's national team, those are the two. I love guys like Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, who've even been doing better lately, but I really don't think Weston McKennie will ever be like the #1 face of the US men's national team just because of the position he plays. So there is a little bit of that risk with Pulisic and Reyna, but once again, with Reyna, his prices have been flat, and I've actually seen some really good deals on his refractors. I don't think it's enough of a multiple as it should be. I usually don't wade into that stuff, but that's just my quick little analysis on that one. So I've been watching Giovanni Reyna Topps Chrome refractors. I'll probably pick one up soon. So for me, this one has to be a buy. But all right, guys, that's it for the video. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. We'll be back with more videos soon. Comment if you have any stuff for the next buy, sell, hold, and we're gonna keep the videos coming. Thanks again.